I'm glad you're with us today. I'm Pastor Greg Mayhorn of Freedom Word Church. We want you to know that we would love to have you join us in one of our services on Sunday mornings at 10 or on Wednesdays at 7 if you're in the Central Virginia area. I've said this for years. I do believe it. A church that's alive is worth the drive. So, if it takes a few minutes to get here, I promise you it'll be worth it. And if you'll just come regularly for 6 months and you will study with us and worship with us and enter into the presence of God with us, and you'll be a doer of the Word, I promise you your life will not be the same. Amen. We're talking about how to have the best year you've ever had, and I've really brought this teaching in a series of questions. Today's question that needs an answer is, I think, very important. It might not sound so spiritual to begin with, but stay with me for a moment or two, and I believe that you'll understand where we're coming from. And the question is, whose iron do I need to sharpen my own iron at? Maybe that's not good grammar, but Proverbs 27:17 is why I say this. It says, "As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend." And of all the questions we've been asking questions about, or statements also we've made, like increasing our giving, increasing our spiritual intake, increasing our spiritual outflow, what we can do to walk in love, and all those other things we've said. This one is very important to us because none of us can reach our full potential by ourselves. God didn't create us to live alone without other people. He didn't make us to be an island, as we say. We need each other. And if we're going to succeed, one of the things we need is people in our lives that help sharpen the edge that we have to make us better at whatever it is we're supposed to do, whatever we're called to do. And when we find one of those people that are willing to give us access into their wisdom, into their life, and they're willing to help us, even if it's indirectly, even if maybe they don't always realize that's what they're doing. We need to value that access, because one of the greatest gifts that anybody can give another human is access into their lives. The time, an answer to a question, the freedom to ask questions, the freedom to observe and learn and grow. We need to respect and honor that access as a gift, and we need to be willing in the process to see things and hear things that it really is going to help us. And I think it's very apropos that this illustration is given, iron sharpening iron. Now, I'm not a woodsman or anything, but in my day I have sharpened some axes, and with a file, the old-time way. And some of you know what I'm talking about. You have a double-bitted axe, and one side of it is down in a stump maybe, and the other is up, and that's the side you're going to sharpen. And you take that file and you begin to sharpen the axe. Well, there's some things that begin to happen. Number one, friction is used, and that creates heat. If you've ever filed on an axe head, you touch that tip and it burns because you've created heat. Second thing that happens is little pieces of the metal of the axe head fall away. The dull parts you're actually taking off with the file, and you're producing that very sharp, keen edge. And that's what illustration is used in Proverbs 27:17. There are people in our lives that help take the rough spots out, the dull places out, and sharpen us, but not without friction. In other words, usually if someone really is going to be used by God to bless us in this regard, they're going to tell us things sometimes we don't want to hear. They're going to show us a way that maybe we think we don't want to maybe go down because it seems like the price is too high or whatever it may be. These things we need to get over and just learn that God puts people in our lives to help us be better, and receive that, be thankful for it, and take advantage of it. Amen.